I might run it up, money long as I'm out, fuck it up, do that.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Dignal here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make the effect that you have just seen on screen. I'm going to be doing this on Vegas Pro, Premiere Pro, and also After Effects. So if you edit on any of those softwares, this tutorial will be just right for you. I'd also like to talk a bit about today's sponsor, this guy, alright? He does get daily giveaways in his Discord server, links in the description, so please do go ahead and join that if you want to support me, and yeah, make sure to subscribe as well. That supports me more, so yeah, make sure to do that as well. Anyway, let's get on with the Vegas Pro tutorial. Alright, so what I have right now is just the last synced clips that I have. I've already got the transition because that's not the focus of the tutorial, so it's just to make the clips flow a bit better. Right here I also have some pump sound effects and some bass swooshes, and this is just the song. So there are no sound effects, or there are no like effects on this whatsoever, so I'm going to be showing you how to do those. So these three markers right here, essentially what you're going to want to go ahead and do is just go to the song. You're going to back up roughly 5 frames, and then you're going to want to space out like markers over the next like 6 or 7 frames backwards. And you need 3 of them. You can do 4 of them, you can do 2 of them. It depends on the song. You can, you know, try your way forward pretty much. So basically what you're going to want to do with these markers is just make a new video track and inserting a generated media. It's going to be a Vegas solid color, add OK, color, drag it down to the red, and then drag this bar down so that it's on black. Obviously I have my frame size set to 1, so I need to drag it out a bit, just like that. And once you've got this, what you need to do is just split it right there, or make sure that it, you know, starts right there. Go 3 frames forward, 1, 2, 3, split it, and split it here, 1, 2, 3, split it, and split 1, 2, 3, 3, split. And now you just delete these middle spaces, and now you have the black sort of thingies right here. Now in order to add the glitch sound effects, you just go down into the music and split the music underneath these black generated solid colors. So now you have that, and it should sound like this. Just like that. That is what you're gonna want to have essentially. So now what you do is you split the clip on the kill, but you need to add velocity first. So you just go to the kill, add velocity. I'm gonna set that to 300. Set the next frame to 50. 4 frames backward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and set that to normal. So it's gonna be like that, and then you split it right there. Alright, now once you've split it, you're gonna want to click on the track, and you're gonna want to go here, and all of these presets will be in the description. So just find the impact, add OK, and the impact should just be here for you. And you will need a couple plugins. You'll need Sapphire and Magic Bullet Looks for this to work. So just make sure you have those installed. Next, what you're going to want to do is just go 20 frames backward from the split, which is going to be here. Split it right there, click on the FX button, and add the bottom track effect. And this is essentially some dissolve shake, some blur more curves, and some hotspots. Hotspots is essentially the dark part here. The blur more curves is just rotating it a bit and zooming it out. And the dissolve shake is just default with like amplitude set to like 2. And 0 at the start, so that it just sort of has some movement. Now what you're going to want to do is just hold control, make a new video track. I'm going to delete this one. You drag it underneath the black stuff, that's very important. Hold control on this little segment and drag it up into the new track. This is going to create a new copy. So once you're up here, you're going to want to go into your video effects tab and search for BCC Colorized Glow. Now this might take a minute to load. However, I hope it'll be fine. So, just make sure that you've got that. I'm gonna go ahead and Alright, now once you've added this top track, just go ahead and click on the FX button, click on the FX add, and add the top track effect. And essentially what this is, it's just the same stuff as underneath, except with this Dignal classic, it's not the Dignal classic, let's be honest here, some colorized glow, and it'll look like this, but you need to mask it. So just go into the cropping tool on the top track, enable mask, and make a little rectangle over the character. It'll be sort of like this. Just make sure that most of it just covers the character's torso, I'd say. And what you then need to do is you need to go to the feather type, click on both, and set the feather percentage to 15. And as you can see, this will create a nice spread over the character. just like that. And now just go and make sure that it doesn't like overlap or like get fucked up in certain places. So you can do it frame by frame. I really wouldn't recommend it though. Just like follow it roughly. That's what the feather is for, so that you don't need to do it everything manually. But just do it like that, and as you can see, if we play it the entire effect through, it should look like this. Just like that. That is very, very cool and very, very clean. So next, we obviously have the transition. Just use your own free transition pack or whatever. I have one on my channel. There's probably like 50 more out there. So yeah, now for this next one, I just had a beat shaker. And for this, just go ahead and add some Y shakes or shake. Just add some Y shake. Essentially what Y shake is you go down here to the X and tilt and you drag the amplitude down to 0 on both of them. And the Y shake right here stays the same. So you just have like a couple frames of Y shake and it'll like, you know, it'll have a beat shake like that. So now just go ahead and split it right here. Add some velocity on both of these, and then you're gonna want to add the next free preset that's in the description, which is essentially just like an RGB impact. And you just click on the FX button right there, and the Dignal tutorial RGB impact. Add OK, and we play that back. Right there. Now let's go ahead and pre-render everything, and your effect should look just like this. Just like that. Also, the color correction can be found, you know, among the presets in the description, so do not worry about that. Anyway, let's move on to the After Effects part of the tutorial. Alright, now let's move on to the After Effects part of the tutorial, which is without a doubt the easiest software to make this effect in. Essentially, what you're going to want to do is just import your clips, sync them just like this. We're going to start off by just adding a transition. You can probably do this on your own if you edit on After Effects. However, I'm just going to do it right now. I use Motion Bro, obviously. I just have a free package, so we should be able to just add a very easy transition very quickly. So we have that just to sort of make it flow a bit easier. Now what we're going to want to do is just add 2 adjustment layers. So add one, add that, make sure they're named 1 and 2. And what you're going to want to do is just go to the impact, which should be roughly on this frame, or that. And just go ahead and split both of these on the impact. The bottom one, you're going to want to just let stay like before, and the top one you're going to have after. And now you're just going to want to go to the second impact and just drag that there, and drag that forward to the, like, where they split. So now what you're going to do is just go 20 frames back. So if it says 0221, I'm just going to go to 0201, split that, and delete it. Now I'm going to go to my user presets, and you guys need to download the presets that are in the description. They're completely free, of course, so just go down there, download those, and just follow what I'm doing. So we have Dignal tutorial, we have build up plus impact. You're going to want to apply that onto your thing. I'm going to press U, and we're just going to sync up all of the keyframes. So let's see here. We just drag these forward a bit, and it appears as though this would be the correct frame. These first ones should match up, and you drag that on there, and it should make this build-up effect, and the little sort of go back there, or whatever that is supposed to happen, I guess. Great. Render using software only. Fine. That's great. Lovely. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is just apply or add a new adjustment layer right here, and just go 20 frames back, so split it on top of the first adjustment layer, but you're going to want to split it on the kill, which should be right here. So it should be like the first half of this adjustment layer. Now what you're going to want to do is just go here and search for colorize glow, and just drag that onto the adjustment layer. It should do something like this, which isn't ideal. So what you're going to want to do is just go up into your pen tool, and just sort of make a rough outline of the character like that. It really just needs to be rough. Like I said, it doesn't matter really whatsoever how good it is. It should be very, very weird here. But what you're going to want to do is just go into your mask settings right here. Mask 1, and just increase your mask feather until it looks good. Roughly like that, I'd say. If we just go ahead and click off of it. Should, you know, there should be some distinct glow, but there also shouldn't be any sharp lines. So for me, 100 pixels worked fine. Now what you're going to want to do is just go into colorize glow. I'm going to set the blur amount to 0, spread to 100, doesn't really matter. I'm going to turn up the intensity by quite a bit. And we're going to want to go down here first of all and change the gradient. So just go to colorize right here, set the first one to like a very deep purple. And just keep scaling, just keep putting purple, honestly. Like, there's not much else I can say here. Just keep putting random purple stuff. This might not be the best tutorial advice you've heard of, but honestly, just keep putting purple. It just worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for you too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if we just go to like here, you'll see that it's sort of like light in here. We just want to put that to like normal, and we need to put the blur quality to highest, and the glow channel should be luma edges, I'm pretty sure. No, okay, unmultiplied luma, that's it. So it should be on unmultiplied luma, so just go ahead and make sure that it looks decent. It should like have sort of that glow. And you can go ahead and just play around with all the settings here to just make it look good. Alright, now for the last part of this, we're going to add a new, just a solid, and we're going to make it black. And we're just going to split it at the start here, and we're going to split it at the end. So now that we have done that, you need to just go 4 frames back from the impact. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Control D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control D. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control D. Now what you're gonna want to do is just delete essentially all of the middle ones. So we just gotta do that roughly. There's been a bit of a mistake here, so we need to just drag that back a bit, drag that forward, split there. It should be 4 distinct parts right here, and we just delete the 3 middle ones right here. And what we want to do is just go down to the song and make sure that we split the song and delete the song where there are solid colors. So just go ahead and follow the dimensions up there and split it like I'm doing. Like that, and like I said, when there is a solid color, you delete it. So you do it in the opposite order, and it should be like that. You can also just go ahead and play around with them, make sure that they fit well, you know, and it should look like this, I think. Yeah, I mean, my Vegas is obviously, or my After Effects is obviously a bit fucked right now, but it's supposed to just look like that on the timeline. Now, yeah, we just have that effect, it zooms out, and we have this impact right here to worry about. Obviously, I have another preset in the description, just go ahead and download that, animation presets user, and it should just be an RGB impact. And we go ahead and, this should be, I think, 3 frames back, so we just drag that 3 frames back. The middle velocity right here, the BCC velocity, that value on 300 should be on the kill. So make sure that it is in fact on the kill and on beat or whatever, and that's essentially all you need to do. So yeah, let's move on to the premiere part of this tutorial. Hey, what's going on guys, Dignal here, and now we are moving on to the Premiere Pro part of the tutorial. So I've got a couple adjustment layers set up here. The first one is 20 frames before this kill, or like 10 of these units. I don't know why exactly they're different. But yeah, it should be 20 frames before, so it should be something like that. And for the second adjustment layer, it just starts like on the kill for this one, and it keeps going. There are some free presets in the description that you're gonna need to download for this tutorial. And the first one you're gonna need to use will be the what's it called? The Dignal Impact Normal. So just go ahead and drag that on there. And, you know, it's a completely free preset, you know, just go ahead and drag that onto the adjustment layer, and that is essentially your impact taken care of there. Now for this one, we're gonna want to need to add a new track. It's going to be a video track, and we just have that set up there. Now we need to make a new item, and we need to make it a pretty sure it's a black video. So just set like the frame rate doesn't really matter. I'm gonna set the 59.99 for non-drop frame, but the frame rate shouldn't really matter. Just go and overlay that and then drag it down so it should be the same as the adjustment layer, 20 frames backward. Now what we're gonna need to do is just go ahead and go a couple frames back, and we just sort of like drag it in, so there should be like 3 frames right there. And now we need to add a whole bunch of new tracks. So we add, I think, 2 more video tracks right there. We don't need any audio tracks. And what we need to do now is just repeat that, but with a break in between. So we have that, and we just sort of drag that back there. And this is obviously for the stutter effect. So it should be like that. It should sort of like... They should all be the same length, of course, and they should sort of be somewhat even. This needs to start the first black thing needs to start 2 frames before the adjustment layer. So we just go ahead and drag that in, and it 1, 2, 3. All should be 3 frames long. 1, 2, 3, like that. Let's go and drag back down and drag that. So it should be like this, like that. And now what we need to do is just we need to do the same for the song essentially. So we add 3 video tracks right here. So 3, we had 0, 1 of those. And now we need to copy this. So just hold Alt and drag all of these down. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that there is no song right here. Or where there are like black solids, you don't want any song, essentially. So you just go ahead and do that. And we need that one as well. It should be like that, and then we just go ahead and drag the end so that it is the same length as the gap. So we just make sure that where, you know, in between the black screens, there should not be music, and or there should be music rather, and when we have black bars, there should be music. So we just go ahead and do that, and then we drag this first one out there. And now once we've got that, it'll just play, and we get the impact right here. Now obviously we'll need an impact, so we just go ahead and drag another one in here. Let's just apply the Dignal impact normal. I think we have an adjustment layer for that, so we just apply that and just split it, you know, where the clips end. I'm assuming if you had it on Premiere, you can make your own transitions. I won't really get into that in this video. But yeah, so just go ahead and apply a normal impact there. And for the actual build up, we're gonna need to use the actual video, because we are using blur mode curves. So just search for that in the effects, blur mode curves. Just go to, I think it's video effects, right? And blur mode curves. There we go, blur mode. And just drag that on there. Go 20 frames back right here. Keyframe the Z distance and the rotate. Go right here. Make the Z distance 0,85 and the rotate 5. And then just go 2 frames forward. Set the rotate to 0. And then go to the very end of the clip and set the Z distance to 1. So now once you've done that, it should just sort of like have some motion there, and then, you know, once it goes in, it'll be fine. Now we need to add some dissolve shake to the adjustment layer buildup right here. Just go ahead and set the dissolve shake to about 20%. I'd say. You don't need to keyframe it per se, however, you know, you definitely can if you want to. I would definitely go ahead and set the dissolve speed to 2 though. You can always set the percentage at the start to 20 and, you know, just sort of work your way down there, but I just wouldn't keyframe it. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's tutorial. If you did enjoy, make sure to like down below, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and I'll see you guys in a couple days, and peace.